Let's see if that works on YouTube. I feel so bad for them. It's not. It can't. Hello, hello. It looks like only TikTok is getting me on live today. Yeah, YouTube is not it's not working. It keeps saying it's not connecting. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, hello, YouTube. Hello. Can you see me on the live? Hello, it's finally working. Oh my gosh, welcome. I've been talking to my TikTok buddies over here, trying to get you guys all connected. It wasn't connecting. It just kept saying it's not connecting. And I was like, why? But now we're here and we're together. Yay, YouTube and TikTok. Everybody, the whole fam's here. Everybody's together. Hello. Yay, up on the YouTube and the TikTok. Excellent. Woo, woo. Rough stuff there for a little while. Tech is teching. I'll tell you what, the more staticky, I don't know how to explain the energy when I see it and when I feel it as a psychic, but the more like staticky kind of it gets, right? Like that static noise the energy gets, like spicy the energy gets, the less that human technology works, because human tech is like not that strong. It's not that great, right? So anyway, it's crazy. So hello. Okay, now that we've gotten started officially and everybody's here, the whole gang's here, let me know where you're from. If you've been here before, if you're new, thank you. I love this shirt too. Isn't she fun? My little third eye wolf. I haven't worn this one in a couple weeks, so I was like, tis the time for the wolf shirt. So yeah, let me know where you're from. And all I ask for energetic exchange, for answering all your questions on this live is to like the live and share the live. That's it. So, thank you for your likes. I really appreciate that a lot. It helps us out. And the sharing helps us out too. So thank you. Oh, hey, Maui. Hey, Maui. Utah, next to Philly, Des Moines, Minnesota. I love this. Oh my gosh, Cons, hello. So good to see you. Long Island, Maryland, New Mexico, more Indiana, Ohio. Look at all this. You guys are everywhere. Nova, Fort Lauderdale, hey. Is it Mercury retrograde again? I literally cannot keep up with that. There's too much going on. I can't keep up with Mercury retrograde anymore. There's so much happening. North Carolina, what's up? More New Zealand. Kira Ora, New Zealand. Hello. So good. I'm good. You have a question. You're an energy reader and you hear words in energy. That's very cool, Angel. What's your question? That's cool. If it's glitching, close out your app and come back in. Hoosier, what's up? Look at all the Hoosiers in here today. I love this. So good. It's so good to see you, and thank you again for the likes and the shares and all that helps us out so much. So you hear everything, yeah? I love that. You want to see more of the shirt? Here we go. Lean back. It's more of the shirt. Isn't she rad? I have a hair. Look at my shirt. Yes, I love this shirt. I got it when I went on vacation to Asheville, actually. Like a couple of months ago. I don't know. Timey-wimey. Another Hoosier. Holy cow. Indiana showing up today. What's up, you guys? That's crazy. Tech is teching. Oh, it's not counting your likes. Tech is teching. But thank you so much for all the tapping of the screen and the sharing of the lives. Since you use so much of your energy for others, how do you recharge to feel refreshed? That is a good question, and I want to start there. The question is, since I use so much of my energy for others, how do I recharge? I actually don't use my energy for others, right? Because if you are finding yourself feeling exhausted after you are helping people or channeling or whatever it is that you're using in the world of spirituality and your spiritual gifts and all of that, you're not in alignment, right? You're not doing it in alignment. Now, it could be in alignment for you to do those things, but you're not doing it in a way that's allowing you to stay in alignment. So I'm actually very recharged and refreshed every time I do one of these lives for you guys, every time I channel for you guys, every time I do deeper downloads. I feel very very refreshed and rejuvenated, because source energy, like the energy that allows me to connect to the like stuff in the ether, right? That energy flows through me. I'm not giving away energy that's in my body and depleting myself. I'm allowing that energy to flow through me, and then I am the bridge of that energy to you guys, right? So I'm not doing anything but allowing myself to be like a bridge or kind of a medium for that information. Does that make sense? You love my hair, thank you. Oh my gosh, the next deeper downloads, thank you for asking, is tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday the 13th. So you can use the link in my bio and go get your ticket right now. I would 100% go get it right now, so you can make sure that you have a seat. But Deeper Downloads is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, and the link is in the bio. Ooh, thank you for that gift on TikTok. That was a really good one. Can you hear my dog barking? The link for Deeper Downloads is going to show up, the Zoom link shows up right on that Deeper Downloads page. So once you've paid for a seat in Deeper Downloads and you log into the website and choose Deeper Downloads June, right? That Zoom link shows up right there. So I don't send one out. It's not going to come to your email. It just shows up right there on the website. And there's a little thing too. Once you log into Deeper Downloads June, there's a thing that says the Zoom link will appear here the morning of the event. Okay. Yep. Yes. So yes, exactly. That's how Reiki works. You're the conduit. That's how channeling works. That's how healing works. That's how all of this works. You're supposed to be the conduit. So yes, if you are getting tired when you're helping people, you need to learn how to let the energy flow through. You're not taking your own and giving it away. You are just a conduit for source energy going through you, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that's so fun. You stopped tapping at 333 likes and you didn't even realize it. I love that. That's so fun. Judith says Deeper Downloads is so worth it. The March one was amazing. Thank you so much. Now, we have shifted Deeper Downloads just a little bit from starting with this Deeper Downloads going forward. And what we're doing is I'm sharing a much shorter message. It's still channeled, it's still relevant, it's still timely, right? But we're sharing a shorter channeled message. And then I am opening up the floor and taking volunteers, and I will intuitively pick volunteers who want to ask questions, and I will just live channel the answers to those questions, right? So not everybody will be picked, right? Because hundreds of people come to Deeper Downloads, but I will use my intuition to pick those that want to raise their hand in the Zoom. So you might get a chance to answer or get a question answered for you live in the chat, which is really fun. Yeah, anything that you want to tell us about the things going on Saturday? There's a lot going on. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So, okay, let me see. Don't forget to get your tickets for Deeper Downloads, because there's a lot that I'm going to talk about in there that I cannot talk about on here. But there is a lot going on. So the protesting is working. Okay, it's working. Keep being peaceful, because they are literally having to pay. I'm gonna see how much I can say here. They're literally having to pay bad actors to destroy property. That's why there's only one clip of things in LA with one car that was lit on fire and only one car that was destroyed. And here's the thing, there's actually not any video at all of someone destroying the car. And let's think about that. Why would there not be any videos of somebody destroying the car? There is one video going around that is very clearly AI, very clear. I mean, you can see like rocks coming out of the windshield. The guy is like sliding and not really walking on the thing. It's so very obviously AI. But yeah, exactly. It's the police, it's ICE, who, whichever one, it doesn't matter. And there is a video of cops destroying their own car. That's exactly right. Those kinds of things are happening. So it's like there's no riots, first of all, and they keep calling it riots. There's not riots, it's protesting, and it's all peaceful. So keep being peaceful, because it's working. It's working so much that they are having to hire people to do the things that they were hoping that people would do to try to incite martial law. Perhaps a civil war. When I tap into the energy, I'm still not seeing civil war, but I am still seeing us coming right up to the edge of it. It's almost like this is what it feels like to me, that we're going to come right up as a country to the edge of civil war, and then that's when everything will crumble, because they don't want this civil war, right? I really still do not see that happening, but I will continue to channel that, and if things change, I will continue to let you guys know, okay? Yeah. Oh yeah, I've also been having a lot of people, thank you for bringing that up, who have been following me and all of a sudden they're not following me. So make sure that you're following me if you were before, if you would like to. That's really important to do because a lot of people have been against their will unfollowing me all over the place. On TikTok alone, I get hundreds of new follows a day and my follower count stays mostly the same. So that should tell you something, right? Hundreds. Sure, there's going to be people who unfollow me, but probably not hundreds a day, right? So anyway, I'm just throwing that out there. On Saturday, there are a lot of pride parades, but it's the No Kings protests all over the whole country and actually global. It's outside of our country too, the No Kings protests. Peaceful protests. So keep being peaceful because it's freaking working. And yes, here is my suggestion to you guys. Fly the American flag at these protests because I understand the MAGA feelings. I understand, guys, I live in the freaking South. I live in North Carolina. I see Trump trucks with the flags and the American flags. I see that all over the place, and I understand that American flag right now usually means MAGA, but it's time to take it back. It is time to take it back and say, no, you don't get the flag just because you're being loud about it. The flag, we're returning it back to what its original meaning was supposed to be, right? And so if you fly the American flag, what does that look like on the news? What does that look like on these video clips that they're using to justify arresting people? Doesn't look great. It looks a lot worse than it does flying Mexico flags, right? Because yeah, we, the people to protest, are all about the Mexico flags or whatever other country, right? All about it. And we're like, hell yeah, Mexico flags, like, let's go. But we're not doing it for us. We have to play the game a little bit. You have to learn how to play the game without lowering your own frequency, without lowering your own vibration. So that's why, I mean, you can fly it upside down if you want. It just has to be an American flag. You can fly it upside down, you can fly it upright, but if you fly an American flag at these protests, that is going to make it so much harder for them to arrest these people en masse, right? Because it's our flag. It's our flag. Even our people who are here who just haven't done the paperwork to be here but are choosing to live here in this country, it's their flag too because they live here with us. It's our flag altogether. So I say it's time to take the damn flag back. Take it back and let's fly it ourselves at these protests. Let's show them that this is who we are and we stand together, because when we're flying flags like Mexico, I'm just telling you what it looks like from an outside perspective because I can read energy from all angles, right? Not just my own, but all angles. It's part of the gift of being a psychic intuitive. From the outside of the people who are wanting to protest, from the outside of this group, what it looks like is it looks divisive. It looks like, okay, well, that's Mexico. We want to get rid of the Mexicans. That's what it looks like. But if you're flying an American flag, it's more confusing, right? It is very important for us to all be together, and it is very important to be able to have this unity, right? Very important, and very important to keep, yeah, we are one, man. We are one. It will be a lot harder for them to fill their narrative if we do US flags only, because it's about coming together, right? The people who are protesting are already super cool with Mexico and whatever other flags. That's not the point. We are flying the flags for optics. We're not flying the flags for ourselves. We're flying it for optics, right? So yes, figure out how we can come together without lowering your own frequency, because you can play the game without, you don't have to matchy their energy. You don't have to do that. You can play the game without lowering your own frequency. So anyway, I'll get off my high horse for, for a second. It's strategy, right? You can have strategy and still be sitting in a place of love, 100%, right? 100%. So yeah, it's just, yeah. It looks better, and we're having more unity. It looks a lot better. Yeah. Okay, I'm just reading these comments to figure out where to transition to next, because, oof, I get real heated about this stuff. Ooh, I did see the arrest of the California Senator, Alex Padilla. I did, in fact, see that. I saw that just before I got on here. My assistant was like, how did she's already seen these videos? How did you already see them? We've been working all day. Well, it's like the 3 videos I saw. That and the flight from India. So only the happy things are on my feed. Yeah, so they definitely arrested that senator, and they're outwardly lying, saying they didn't know he was a senator, but as he walked up, he said, "Hi, I'm Senator Alex Padilla." Like, those were the first words out of his mouth, and then they detained him, arrested him, and literally drug him out of the room, pushed and drug him out of the room. So yeah, that's happening. Oh, he wasn't arrested. Sorry, I apologize. I heard that he was detained and then arrested. I didn't know that he wasn't arrested. Okay, yeah, he was not arrested. He was detained, apparently. Election case in New York. Yeah, so the was it Rockford County, I think, right? Rockford County is Rockford County is, they have all the proof now that Kamala actually won and Trumpty Dumpty cheated, and so they've started a lawsuit. So that's good. That's positive. He was handcuffed. Okay. Maybe my brain was like, he was arrested, or I thought I heard it, but my brain could have been like, handcuffs, arrested. Detained, though, detained. There's no reason to spiral. Breathe, Samantha, breathe. It's okay. Breathe. Breathe. These are all good things, and let me tell you why. Because you're like, what the hell did you just say? Why are these all good things? Let me tell you why. All of this stuff has to come to a head for it to end. It has to come to a head. It's good that it's coming to a head. If you're spiraling, watch my pinned video. It's pinned on all platforms. The how to calmly enter the storm, or something about calm and storm. Now I forget what it's called. Calmly navigate the storm. Yeah, if you feel like there's not much more you can take, it's because you're taking all of this stuff on personally, and I understand why. I'm not saying it's not valid. I'm not saying it's not justified, but you have to learn how to move through the energy instead of letting the energy weigh you down. So watch that post that I have pinned about calmly navigating the storm, and it will help a lot, okay? We are not in the quiet before the storm. We are at the end of the story. We are culminating. This is the loud part. This is the loud part. I did see the Craigslist $1,000 a day for supporters. I think it's funny. I'm not convinced that it's real, because anybody can make a Craigslist post, right? But I'm just not convinced that it's real, but it could be real. It could be real. Just not convinced. So I don't want to push that one, because there's enough for us to talk about without that one, just because I'm not sure. $1,000 in crypto. Yeah, it's not. Because the government doesn't even have a way to pay in crypto. Yeah, so it's not gonna be that. I had a conversation with ChatGPT about all this and asked it how would love view this. Ooh, is mind expanding? Ooh, yes. Tuning into love. And I know that sounds insane. I know that sounds insane with the tuning into love. Here, let me turn up my volume on YouTube. There we go. Is that better for YouTube? Can you hear me better? I turned it up a little bit. It's really, really important to tune into love, because you can't fight this with anger. You can't fight this with hate and win. You can only win with love, because we can't. It's the only way to win, because if we just fight fire with fire, you're just spreading more fire, right? So, and the National Guard hasn't been paid, and you don't have any money to eat or sleep anywhere, or, you know what I mean? None of that. So, yep. Love is a really important thing. I know. This is hard. Yeah, people losing their jobs. I know it's hard. I know. I didn't say it was easy. I know it's hard. I know. So, recommendations for that. If you're caught up in the middle of it, this is not for people who are watching from the outside feeling scared. This is people who are being personally affected by, like, losing their jobs, or family members are being detained or deported or whatever it is, okay? My suggestions for this, and you're going to think I'm insane, but I'm telling you it works, and it's free, and you can do it literally starting right now. If you meditate for 20 minutes a day, it changes your entire life, your entire perspective, your entire energy, okay? It changes all of that stuff. It changes everything. It allows you to access that higher vibrational knowledge instead of living down in fear. It helps. It changes everything. Literally just meditating. Okay, so the question is, this is a good question. Why can't I hate those who have wronged us? It doesn't help our cause, but hurts more. You can hate. I'll never tell you that you can't do something, right? Because that's up to you. I have no skin in that game on what you choose to do. But if you choose to hate someone who has wronged you, all that does is keep you in that space of I'm wronged, and you just submit yourself to the ground and you don't let yourself move forward. So what you're actually doing is allowing the person who wronged you to wrong you every second of every day for as long as you choose to hate that person. So it doesn't affect them at all, it only affects you, right? So that's why it's important to learn how to move through that stuff instead of choosing to sit in hate. It's for you, it's not for them. I mean, it just is, right? Oh, I misread your comment. Tell me again then. I think I misunderstood from the way that it was worded. Somebody needed to hear that then, apparently. It's 20 minutes of meditation in all one go. You need a minimum of 20 minutes. It takes a minimum of 20 minutes inside the meditative state, okay? So it's not 20 minutes because 10 minutes of it I'm like wiggling my butt and I keep peeking my eyes. I'm talking 20 minutes sitting still. So take a few minutes on the front end of that to like get your wiggles out. Make sure your eyes stay closed. You set a timer so you don't open your eyes for 20 minutes. 20 minutes of being in that meditative state to change yourself both physiologically, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay? It takes 20 minutes all at once to shift yourself. You're in the meditative state when you start to feel different. So I posted, there's a link in my bio, and if you're watching on YouTube, it's pinned at the top of my YouTube channel. The global guided meditation that we did, that's 21 minutes. So you can listen to that. You'll recognize once you're doing that global guided meditation, you will feel a point where you kind of forget about your body and you kind of forget about like the room that you're in and what's going on, and like that you have to go to the store, or you're out of toilet paper, right? All these like silly human things, you forget about all of that stuff, right? And you're just in the meditative state. It feels different. It's like when you can just like let go. That's how you know you're in the meditative state. Does that help? You need to hear that, yeah. If you tried meditating, you begin to cry, girl, let yourself cry. You let yourself cry until you don't need to cry anymore, and then try to meditate again maybe a few hours later or the next day, whenever. But you need to cry. You need to get that out because you're holding on to stuff. Oh, I'm glad you liked the meditation the other day. That's so good. I'm glad. Ooh, float in the pool and meditate. I like that, Gretchen. That's amazing. If you have a hard time because you're always interrupted, then lock yourself in a walk-in closet or the bathroom or your bedroom or whatever. Lock yourself in somewhere where you can't be interrupted, right? Is June 14th still on the schedule? Do you mean for the No Kings protests? Because yes. If you meditate and focus on something like a crystal, what do you mean by that? If you can't stay awake when you meditate, then you need to meditate sitting up. Your dog is always barking, noise canceling headphones. And then here's what I do, because I've got a puppy and sometimes she barks and there's nothing I can do about it. So here's what I do. I will, as I'm breathing, right, in through my nose, out through my mouth, I also have a free grounding and centering guided meditation on my website. You can use that to start with. That's a really good like starter one. It's free on my website. It's spiritualitywithsam.com. So it's my handle.com, right? But I set the intention as I'm doing the breathing to kind of get myself into that meditative state, that any noise that I hear will only serve to put me deeper into that meditative state. And it works. It works so well, actually. So then it never like pulls me out. Yeah, I know we aren't supposed to have our animals with us, but my cat loves to be in my lap. I mean, that's fine as long as it doesn't bother you. I can't let my animals be in the room because they will like get on my lap, get off my lap, get their face and bump it up against my face because they want the love and the attention. And so I lock my animals out of the room. Thank you for the follows and the likes and the shares and the love. That helps us so much. So all that I ask for in energetic exchange of answering your questions is to like the live, share the live. That's it. That's it. So thank you, thank you. I mean, yeah, if the animals don't bother you, then fine. Just mine will constantly, they're always around and keep moving. Everyone does have spirit guides, and if you would like to know more about your spirit guides, I have a free with promo code spirit guide course. It's like a 5-day course, and it's packed full of information, and it's linked in my bio and on my website, spirit guide course. And you can learn all about spirit guides there and everything you want to know all right there. So good. So good, you guys. These are such good questions. Ooh, you just started reading The Law of Attraction? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's so good, actually. Ugh, okay. What else we're going to talk about? Oh my God, Deeper Downloads. Deeper Downloads is literally tomorrow on Friday the 13th. Okay? So go get your ticket for that. Okay? You definitely want to get your seat for that so you can come join us live. And every ticket comes with live and the replay, by the way. So if you can't come live, you can still go to the replay. There's a bunch of people who are like, I'll just come a little bit for the live and then I have to leave because I'm doing whatever. And then they'll watch the rest of it on the replay. That's also fine, whatever you want to do. Well, the orange man died this weekend. Very, very unlikely. I would be shocked as a psychic if he died this weekend. For spirit guides, and their names and stuff, go take that spirit guide course because it's really, really good and it goes over all of that stuff with you guys. Do you have to master meditation before your spirit guides will show themselves? No, you don't. Nope. You just have to match vibrational frequencies. Just raise your vibrational frequency just enough where they can kind of reach down and you can reach up and you can kind of touch and tap each other. But in that spirit guide course, the free one, by the way, with promo code, I give you guided meditations. There's like 2 or 3, I can't remember, to meet your spirit guides. Like, that's the whole point. So I help you out there. You're reading the Map of Consciousness Explained. I love that for you. That's so fun. Ooh, the Dolores Cannon books are good too. Deeper Downloads is at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, and it will be anywhere between 60 and 90 minutes. Oh my gosh, the sponsee list. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. You know how every Deeper Downloads, we're like, if you want to be sponsored or if you would like to sponsor somebody for Deeper Downloads, contact us with the form on the website. Let us know. We currently have, Corey, let me know if the number is off. We currently have 9 more spots that we can sponsor with somebody because for the first time ever, we had more people offer to sponsor than asked to be sponsored. So if you would like to be sponsored for Deeper Downloads, use the contact form on my website. It's also linked in my bio to ask, I would like to be sponsored. Now, if we don't email you, that just means that we got 1,000 people asking and we only had 9 spots. You can still sponsor somebody if you want to, right? Yeah, this is amazing. You guys are like the best community ever. Like the best community. You can still sponsor. So if you want to offer to sponsor, use the contact form and say, I would like to sponsor somebody. But we currently have 9 more spots to give away. So feel free, use the contact form on my website or link to my bio and say either I would like to sponsor or I'd like to be sponsored for Deeper Downloads, and we will get you set up. Okay? Yeah, I love it. Thank you for asking that. Is acting as a bridge. So if it's popping into your head before, that means that your claircognizance likely, right? If it's just popping in as like a knowing, is being activated and you're practicing it and it's coming out more. So I love that. Yes, the retreat the ticket sales are now closed on the retreat. Oh no, I'm frozen on YouTube. I don't know why. I don't know what to do about that. YouTube is not responding. Again. Hold on, let me try to fix it for them really quick. Give me just a second. And I'll try to get them. It's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I don't know what that means. Am I back? It's so weird. I have no idea. It's super laggy and weird. I don't know. I literally have no idea. I'm recording it on my end though, so hopefully the recording will be a little bit better. So weird. Tech has been extra strange. Like, I talked about this at the beginning, but I was looking up flight information because my dad and his wife are flying today. And so I was looking it up so I can like track them because, you know, airplanes. And it said that there were no flights coming in or out of Indianapolis airport today. And I was like, that's incorrect. And then so I was like, fine, I'll look up Southwest. Southwest has no flights. And I was like, that's also not correct. So no idea. Techie is being weird. Techie's being weird. Yeah, YouTube delays for the streaming. I don't know why. There's something going on with Google. That's interesting. ChatGPT was down the other day for like 5 hours or something. I don't know. This one psychic is 1,000% sure he's croaking Saturday night, but we won't find out till Wednesday. Well, maybe I'm wrong, right? I mean, we're human. I've been wrong before. I don't see that in particular. But I'll tap into the energy more before deeper downloads. So what I'm going to do is give you guys a good deep channel sometime before deeper downloads tomorrow. And then anything new that I pick up, I'm going to add that in there as well. For once, I hope you're wrong. Yeah, I could be. I mean, at some point that's going to happen because I've seen it. I just don't think it's going to happen quite yet. But I mean, I could be wrong. Oh, they pushed out a patch that caused the crash on GPT. Okay. I was wondering. Google's messing up your text. Etsy and Spotify issues today. Spotify was also messing up. Crazy. Ringing in left versus right ears. That your spirit guides telling you good versus bad. Not necessarily, unless you set it up for that to mean that. Ringing, so the left side of your body is your spiritual receiving side, and the right side of your body is your human and giving side. So if there's an ailment or something's wrong with the right side of your body, it's because you're giving too much of yourself or you have an imbalance in your human world. And if it's on the left side of your body, you're like not allowing yourself to receive something, or there's an imbalance in your spiritual world. So that could mean that, but you just got to chit chat with your guides and figure out what they're doing, right? Yeah. I'm not an indie. No, my dad is flying to shadow work. Shadow work. That's how you do that. And I recommend, for something that feels deep and it's hard for you to like get to on your own, I recommend booking Taryn Fian. If you go to my page on my website where you're trying to book me, I have a link to her because you can't book me anymore. I stopped taking one-on-one clients, but I left a link there for you to get to her. So you can do that there if you want to. She's insanely good. And that's actually who cleared my shadows for me before I knew how to do it on myself. You're born in Indianapolis. Hey, hi-oh. Oh my gosh. Cashier at Home Depot. Our whole system went down today. We can only accept cash all day. Everything is breaking. All the tech is breaking. That's wild. That's wild. That's so crazy. Huh. So crazy. You're welcome. So good. How long did it take you to learn shadow work when you first tried it? Well, she cleared shadows for me for probably a few months. I had a lot of trauma in my past, like a lot. So you can't really compare yourself to anybody else because you don't really know like what they've been through or how they dealt with it or whatever. I had an exorbitant amount of trauma in my past. So for several months she did it, and then I would start to take over and I would do the little things, and then I worked my way up to the bigger and bigger. Now I can just clear all my stuff. So shadow work can sure be done during meditation. It sure freaking can. I shouldn't try to reset my face recognition on my phone today. Maybe we wait. I would wait just because tech is being so weird. You loved my last video saying how much compassion you had for MAGA. Yeah, because compassion, it takes some work to get to that. It really does, because I wasn't always compassionate for those kind of people. But it just, that's the only way that we can move on to a better feeling state, is if you are in a better feeling state yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. The oh hello Maggie. Yes, that's Maggie. Someone was very scary was at the door apparently. Probably UPS. Oh, you couldn't use your cell phone this morning because it said it wasn't registered? Wild. This is like an extreme amount of Things that are happening tech-wise. Wild. Wild. Can I speak to DT's state of mind right now? Let me just, I'm going to do a light feeling of that energy. I'm not going to tap in deep because it feels real gross and I don't like it. So give me just a second for DT's energy. Oh, interesting. He's kind of going back and forth between, oh, that feels panicky. I can't go in very deep. I don't want to. Well, I can. I don't want to. He goes back and forth. He's like this. He's an imbalanced pendulum, is what I just heard. Unbalanced pendulum. And sometimes he swings way up here to the I'm super confident. Everybody freaking loves me. Oh my gosh! I just heard when he went to go see Les Mis. By the way, hilarious. Whoever on his staff buy him tickets to Les Mis. Stop. Strong work, queen. Strong work. That's so funny to me. But when he went to Les Mis, he genuinely did not even hear the boos. And he really thought people were only cheering for him. So sometimes he gets way up here with the ego and he's like flying high. King of the world is what he feels like. And then sometimes he swings to the other side and he goes into panic. It's like panic. I felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest, not like a heart attack, but like that suffocating, you can't breathe panic. So like that. And he swings back and forth and there's no like rhyme or reason. That's what he feels like right now. Ugh. I'm getting out of that energy. I don't like it. Ugh. I don't like it. Could learning to shut the F up heal the throat chakra? I love that question. I feel like I'm learning to breathe instead. So here's the deal with the throat chakra. It depends on where you're at. Some people need to learn how to shut the F up and learn how to internalize things. And some people need to learn how to speak the F up. So it depends on where you're at, right? It's all about balance and being in the middle. So you know where you're at, right? So healing the throat chakra is going to be about finding that balance so wherever you're coming from, finding that balance in the middle, right? Yeah. The sun has been going nuts. I'm not getting that Starboy's really messing with things too much. I think he's pulling back a little bit because he's having to focus on not failing all of his businesses, which he pretty much is going to. Anonymous put out a post, be ready for June 15th. Every major city spread the word. I think that's just June 15th. That's Sunday. I don't know. Chef's kiss to Les Mis. I don't know. Hold on. There's some energy moving through me for that one. So let me see. June 15th. Yeah, I'm on a live, honey. What's up? Okay. Let me tap into that really quick. June 15th. That is... Let me wait till my son gets out because now I'm focused on him. Hey, you feeling okay? Hey? Yeah, okay. Drink some water. And maybe stop eating junk food.
Oh, no.
Get out of here with that. Okay.
I have an 8-pack.
Sure you do. Okay, let me tap into that one in just a second, the June 15th thing. I will travel for workshops, actually, for my retreats. In fact, I will, and we'll be at some point after this retreat that's next Saturday, we will be announcing more locations and dates. The mom look. He's eating like it's summertime, which is fair, but now we have indigestion, so I'm like, you know. Oh yeah, the pink phone. It gets noticed in every single live. I love that so much. The side eye. I didn't even know I was giving the side eye or the mom look. That son is 14 and the other one is 16. Okay, let me tap into June 15th now that he's gone back to his room. Ooh, and I tapped in, you got nauseous. Ooh, okay. June 15th, because I don't know what this anonymous thing is about. I don't know what this is. I'm getting that the people, I don't know what this means, so I'm just going to share it with you. The people will be safe. As long as you're not actively instigating things, you're going to be removed from this, but I just keep seeing a big explosion on the 15th. I don't know what that is. I don't know where it is. I see a big explosion on the 15th. And I feel like this explosion doesn't feel like it's meant to end the lives. The explosion feels like it's away from people, and it feels like it's meant to get attention. It's destroying something, like something that's inanimate, to get attention, to send a message that the people are like rising up. I just heard the Les Mis song in my head. That's exactly what it is. Oh, that's so interesting. I like how I say the Les Mis song, like there's only one. Like it's not a whole ass thing of songs. Yeah, that's interesting. A physical explosion, like I'm seeing it. But if Anonymous is saying it, I feel like this is coming from the people. More like, yeah, more like a Viva la Revolution. That's exactly right. Your heart expanded when I said explosion, yeah. I'm not seeing, sorry, I'm just tapping into this. Give me a second. I mean, it could be like a system or a power grid or something, but I'm not seeing anything specific. It's definitely planned and it's well-timed. I heard it's well-timed. So I don't think like civilians are going to be injured in this because that's not the point, right? June 15th. I'm interested now to see with you guys what's going to happen. We all have the Les Mis playbill at this point, yeah. Like, it's going to be okay. Remember what I've said before. It's all going to be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end, right? It's going to be okay in the end. Remember also, everything has to come to a head for all of this to stop. It has to. And I've been, what have I been channeling since freaking January 20th? That the taffy is going to keep pulling and the contrast is going to keep contrasting and it's going to keep getting more and more and more and more and more contrasty until it finally breaks, until the taffy finally breaks. And we are just at strings of taffy at this point, and it is close. But at some point it will break, right? It will break. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing where. I'm just seeing an explosion. I literally see the explosion, like the smoke and like the fire from it, like in the, you know how it explodes like that. That's what I see. But I just see it like by itself. I don't even see anything around it. I think it's a message. It feels like a message for the leaders of the governments. Oh, plural. Didn't expect to have that have an S on it. The leaders of the governments, the leaders of the political parties. That's what I keep like feeling and hearing. That's so interesting. Epstein files will eventually be released, but honestly, I have no idea when. Eventually though. I mean, it could not happen till open contact, but eventually they'll all be released. So I wouldn't really worry about it because it's already going to happen. Yeah. The gifs on TikTok are so funny. I just look over and I'm wearing like a freaking magician's hat with a face on it. It's so amazing. Founding fathers are pissed on Father's Day. That's funny. Oh yeah, it's Father's Day. Oh yeah. Interesting. Open contact is going to happen sometime in 2027. I think it'll be early to mid 2027, but that could shift because there's still a lot of time, obviously, now. Is the military equipment staying in DC? It's going to stay in DC for a time, but I'm hearing not on purpose because logistically things were not sorted out. It's a logistics issue and they want to move it out and get rid of it, but they don't have enough resources to get it out because of logistics. Senator Padilla, I saw that he got detained. Has he been arrested or was it just detainment? I think he was just detained, but I saw that. I don't think there's an explosion of Air Force One. The explosion to me feels literal right now, but I don't think people are harmed in it. I think it's a message. He's out now? Okay. I keep looping back to you saying that when everything comes out, we will not care at that point. That is so accurate because we will have so far moved on. I know that's really, really hard to understand right now, But it feels like once all of the truth gets revealed to us, we're like, oh my God, that was so long ago. Like we've moved on with our lives, right? That's what it feels like to me. And you're welcome. I know that sounds insane, but that's what I keep seeing. He was detained and let go. He made a public statement already. Good. Yeah, that was crazy. There's so much crazy happening. I have not touched on anything with the Middle East yet. Here's what I'm feeling. Because there's been questions of, and I'm probably gonna have to get off here in like 10 minutes or so, but I'm still not seeing civil war. I've been seeing civil unrest since before the civil unrest started, right? And I knew it was going to be happening, the civil unrest, and it's like spreading. It's not like the civil unrest is growing in areas, it's like multiplying into different areas. So I'm still seeing that, but still no civil war. I'm still not seeing martial law. I'm seeing martial law-esque things. And guys, I don't know why this bothers me, but it does. Probably because I taught English for a few years. It's not martial like the name of the human. It's martial like the military. Like it's not martial like look, there's my friend Marshall. Right? So when we're talking about it on social media, that word is important to me because it hits a lot different when you see it written like Marshall, like Martial, not Marshall like my neighbor Marshall, right? It hits different. People have a deeper understanding of what's going on when you see it written correctly. And I keep seeing it all over the place. Martial law, like, my friend Marshall. I'm like, that's not, it bothers me so much. Yeah, like martial arts, that Marshall. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Okay. I just had to say that out loud. Okay, so let me get back to this thing. So I'm still not seeing martial law. I'm seeing like martial law-esque things, like for instance, okay, good. My guys just reminded me of this. Like I saw a video of the, I don't know if it was ICE or the LAPD. I think it was LAPD, but I'm not confident on that, so don't quote me on that. And it was almost curfew time, and then they wouldn't let anybody leave. And they were waiting until 8 p.m. passed so they could arrest everybody for not being home for curfew. People were literally trying to leave, and they weren't letting them leave. So I'm seeing things like that, right? Martial law-esque things, but not actually all the way to martial law, okay? Yeah. I am the grammar police. Listen, I love you. I really do. But I am constantly, silently judging your grammar. Knowing full well that everything is made up and nothing actually matters. Because everything is made up, even the grammar. But I learned all of it. I learned all of the grammar for the English language, and that was a lot. It's a lot of information in my brain. I am constantly judging your grammars all the time. I'll never tell you out loud, but in my brain. I just can't. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hell yeah. You know what? I just can't help it. It's who I am. I can't. I was an English major. I taught English. It's just, I was a nerd in that way. Anyway, I am silent. Well, if I had the t-shirt that said I'm silently judging your grammar, it would feel less silent. We are all just a bunch of nerds. Listen, I know the rules. And I'm like, hey, we made the rules. We made them for a reason. I don't know. And I know that's such a silly thing, but it's true. Okay. All right. So let me get back to the point because my ADHD is really going on tangents. So I don't see martial law, but I see those like adjacent individual activities that kind of like are brushing up against it, but we don't actually get there. I am seeing civil war. I am not seeing civil war. Holy crap. I'm seeing civil unrest. I am not seeing civil war. Okay. And, I am this thing about the war. Here's what it looks like right now, because we are absolutely gearing up for what looks like, please listen to this whole thought, but what looks like a World War III. And I understand Bashar said, if we choose the woman, we will have open contact. If we choose the man, or not man, but the male energy, we choose the female, open contact. If we choose the male, it's the end of the United States in World War III. We're obviously seeing the end of the United States as we know it. Okay, it's going to be rebuilt into something different and better. And by better, I just mean higher vibrational. But I am not seeing World War III actually starting and actually happening. If that changes, I will share it with you, even though that's scary, but I will. I'm not going to keep stuff from you guys. I'm not seeing World War III starting. What I'm seeing is all of us in the world are coming right up to the edge of it. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing us coming right up to the edge of it, and then something happens and it shifts, and it's like all of a sudden all of the steam is let off, and that doesn't actually happen. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. Well, we did choose the female, right? I know we chose the female, and that's why I feel like it's a little bit wonky, but we did choose her, and she did win. Also, I just like to say this as a psychic, and I love you guys, I really do. But to me, this is fascinating. Okay, this is fascinating. For how much I got drugged through the mud as a psychic right after the election for saying she wasn't going to be elected, right? This is not inauguration, but saying she wasn't going to be elected. And then, or saying that she was going to be elected and he was not going to be inaugurated. And then to find out she actually was elected, right? For how much we got drugged through the mud for that. And now everybody's like, oh yeah, she absolutely won. Like everybody, even the muggles are like, oh, it's obvious that she won. And then still as a community, they're telling us psychics, this is not just me at all, but they're telling us psychics, hey, everything you've ever said was wrong. And it's like, how could you say that? You're agreeing with some of the things that we've channeled. I think it's so funny. It's so funny because listen, people are going to believe what they want to believe, and I understand. And I really think that's happening because I've gotten this question a bunch. I really think that's happening because people put their faith and their hope, instead of in themselves, they put it in the psychics. And that we should have never done that, right? That's why I have been saying all along, I cannot be your hope. I love you so much, and I could provide to you what a picture of hope looks like, but I can't be your hope. You have to be your hope, right? Because then what happens is, because I'm human and I've been wrong before, right? I can be wrong again, even though I do my best to be correct for you guys, right? But I can be wrong. If you put your hope into somebody else and all your eggs in their basket, and then they're wrong, then you're devastated. But if you put all the eggs in your own basket and you're wrong, then it's a lesson and you can move through it. Does that make sense? I don't know. I just think that people got hurt from that because they were putting too much faith in themselves. They were looking outside of themselves for an answer, and I get why people are doing that. We are literally taught to do that from day one. It's just pure indoctrination, but you can only find your peace and happiness from within. It only comes from within. It doesn't come from out here. You literally can't find it when you look out here. That's why so many people are miserable, right? Because they are looking for all of the happiness, the next hit of dopamine outside of themselves, and they never actually find it because it's only found in here, right? Anyway, the muggles. I know, the muggles. I mean, I live in North Carolina. I live in a very muggly area. Very, very muggly area. Yeah, anyway. Well, I think he was inaugurated. I know he didn't put his hand on the Bible. He was clearly inaugurated, though, because we went through the whole rigmarole, right? The whole dog and pony show of it. But I'm still seeing null and void. Like I don't know how, because so much has happened, but that doesn't matter. I don't have to know how. I'm sharing the information with you. I'm still seeing that everything is going to be null and void. Everything he's done, it's not going to matter once we get to a certain point. And I think that's fascinating. At least in North Carolina, you have beaches. That's funny. I live like 5 hours from the beach. So I'm not going to beaches. It's pretty here, though. Yeah, everything's going to be null and void. Like, it's going to take a little bit of time, but everything. Ooh, Mount Rushmore. Well, I hope that's not the explosion, because that's sacred land that was taken from the indigenous people. I really hope not. I'm really not seeing the explosion. I'm really not seeing it anywhere. I'm seeing it disembodied from its location, and I think that's on purpose because it needs to play out how it's going to play out, and I'm not seeing any. I'm seeing civilians as very far away, so don't worry about it. So, listen, the question is, what if it was a body double? What if the body double was actually the one that was inaugurated? I talked about this in Deeper Downloads, and that is what I channeled for Deeper Downloads, that it wasn't actually him. What I got in Deeper Downloads, and I have to be very careful about what I say, but if you want to hear it in full, March Deeper Downloads on my website is the one where I talk about it in full, okay? So that's a good place to go. Mount Rushmore is a blight on sacred land, but is it better to explode it, right, and make less of the mountain be up? Here's the thing. What I channeled, I'm just going to say the very brief version of this because I had to be careful because things get muted and all that. What I got was DT, actually, last summer, like June or July. I think it was June, already last summer. And it's been a body double ever since. That's what I got. I can't say anything more though. Because these lives will get, yeah. March deeper downloads was really, really good. It's just a body double. It's just people are trained for that all the time. Most celebrities have them. People of high standing in society have them. Body doubles is kind of a common thing in those circles. Oh my gosh, I love hanging with you guys. Of course. Thank you again for liking the lives. You guys are doing some strong work there and sharing the lives. It is a really good body double. It has to be. Yeah. Oh, I'm a pretty princess on TikTok. Thank you. That's probably the girliest thing that I would ever do right there. Yeah, it's very good. People go through training. People get plastic surgery to be body doubles. It's very, very good. It's very good. And the family's not around him at all. Yeah. Yeah, I've been saying that he's body double since January or February, but March deeper down is where I really talked about it because it sounds insane. It sounds insane, and I am one of those people who is allergic to conspiracy theories. I avoid them like the freaking plague because I don't like the energy of a conspiracy theory, and so that's why I waited a few months to share with you guys. That's why I didn't do it until March because I had to really sit on it for a while, and my guides were like, hey, are you going to share this or are you going to be a baby about it? And I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to share it, but I'm going to be a baby about it. I'll do both. I choose both. Deeper Downloads is tomorrow, actually. Yep, Deeper Downloads is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Link is in the bio to go get your ticket. Yeah. Deeper Downloads, I'm so excited. And this time I get to pick a whole bunch of you to ask your questions. Like I'm gonna unmute you and let you ask your question, and then I'm just gonna channel it for you live. I'm really excited about doing that this time. It's gonna be really fun. Yeah, body double like Padme. Yeah, that's so funny. I just watched that movie with my son. Yes, exactly like that. I'm also so excited for Deeper Downloads tomorrow. We got a bunch more people asking to be sponsored for Deeper Downloads, so we need more sponsors now. Okay, thank you, Corey. Okay, so I think we probably should close the list on people being asked to be sponsored for Deeper Downloads, but the list is still open if you'd like to sponsor somebody. So if we want to try to get everybody in that wants to go, if you want to sponsor somebody, if that feels good to you to sponsor somebody and it feels in alignment for you to do that, use the contact form either on my website or the link in my bio. It's the same thing. And let us know that you would like to sponsor somebody for Deeper Downloads. That would be so amazing. You guys are, honest to God, the best community. The best, the best. You've been attempting to rebuild a client's website today. You had so many tech issues. Yeah, tech issues just off the chain, all over the place. Yeah. What do we do there? I want to go. Are you talking about Deeper Downloads? Yeah, the parades should all... Oh, his parade is going to be mostly peaceful, but it's going to be a big show of force, meaning we're going to be waving our D's around, trying to show everybody how big and powerful we are, but it's going to be funny. It's not going to be the big, bold move that they think that they can do. It's going to be nothing big. I don't think is going to happen there. It really feels like it's going to be, they're going to try to make a mountain out of a molehill. Is what I just saw. Yep. Yeah, so tomorrow is Deeper Downloads. So if you want to come with me on Zoom and I talk to you live for Deeper Downloads, you can also get the replay. All tickets get you both the replay and the live version. So you just buy one ticket and you can go to both. You can go to one or the other. It doesn't matter. Then that's what you want to do. Link is in the bio for that, for Deeper Downloads. You can also find it on my website. spiritualitywithsam.com. It's probably going to rain on his parade. I think there's going to be some rain. Yep. Yeah, I think what we're trying to do is suggest to people to not show up to protest the parade, because what would have a more impactful statement by far is if nobody showed up at all. If we didn't even care enough to protest the parade, right? That's what would have a bigger impact. Yeah. Anyway, so much good stuff. So much good stuff is happening, you guys. Okay, so deeper downloads, don't forget, okay? You're making chicken tacos. Stop. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so the list to be sponsored for deeper downloads is now closed. We have more people asking to be sponsored, but if you would like to sponsor, we could definitely use some more sponsors. Corey, do you know how many more sponsors we need? Do you have time? I'm going to see if she has time to look at that and let us know in the live so we know how many more we're looking for. You're having pizza tonight? That's a good choice, Carol. Your son's name is Wolf? Yeah, this is one of my favorite shirts, like, ever. Look at her. I love her. Your dinner plans always get decided at these lives. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner. Can you discuss what a sponsor is? Oh, yeah. So Deeper Downloads, the like monthly channeling event that I have for you guys to talk about the stuff that in Zoom where I can't talk about on social media because those videos tend to get muted and taken down and all those really fun things. I talk about it there in that safe space. That's what Deeper Downloads is. We hold one a month. There are some people who simply don't have the income for deeper downloads, and then this community several months ago said, hey, can I sponsor somebody? Can I just pay for somebody to get in? So we're like, yes, that's amazing. That's beautiful. We love to hear that. So because we love when women, right? Because of course it was women offering to do that. We love when women. So if every deeper downloads, we give the opportunity to let us know via the contact form on the website if they would like to be sponsored for deeper downloads or if they would like to sponsor. But the list is currently closed to be sponsored, but we are asking for more sponsors. So Corey is checking really quick. That's my amazing assistant, and she's going to let us know how many short we are. Yep. We'll start. We love when women. We love when women. We don't start the list for next month yet. So once we announce it, once we do the first live, that's when we start the list. Okay. Yep. Once I pay for one, can I watch the past ones as well? It's individual. You buy them per month. It's just individual. Good questions. You love wolves. I love wolves too. I have like multiple wolf t-shirts. It's like so funny to me that I have multiple. I'm 42 and I've got like 3 wolf t-shirts. Deeper downloads is $25 US. $25 US. And you get access to the live and the replay. And the replay just stays up forever. So you can watch it as many times as you want. March is the one. Bye, Amanda. Thank you. March is the one where I talked about the body double stuff in detail. If you want to go back and get that one and watch that one. You would have guessed 28 or 29. I try to keep it low. We're about 16 sponsors short if she did the quick math right. So we're looking for about 16 more people who want to sponsor. And this is only if it feels good, only if it feels in alignment, right? Don't stretch yourself. That's okay. If you would like to sponsor somebody, we could use about 16 more to get everybody in that's already asked. Do you have to be on camera if you're selected for a question? No, but I have to hear your voice. I don't have to see your face, but I have to hear your voice. So you just have to be unmuted, but you don't have to be on camera if you don't want to be. That's fine. And if you ask a question, you will be on the recording. So just keep that in mind too. And you can ask any question you want. It could be a personal question. It could be a global question. It could be anything you want. Nothing's off limits. I had a wolf shirt. I thought it was rabbit. Everybody kept saying, oh, you like huskies? That's so funny. That's so funny. Love that. Okay, yeah. So if you'd like to sponsor, use the contact form on our website. I know that they would be so grateful. They'd be so grateful. The immigration chaos, I've channeled this before. You can reuse the link Corey sent you. If you want to re-sponsor, you absolutely can. Yeah, it's the same link that we use. It's just a gifting link. So just put in, whatever amount for however many people you want to sponsor. You sure can. That's a great question. Yeah, replay, totally cool. Yep. Without tech issues, give me 24 to 48 hours. But with tech issues, it might take longer. I don't know. What was I going to say? Oh, immigration chaos. Immigration chaos will end once this administration ends. It'll end when the administration is out. Okay? Okay. Any other questions? The cowboy hat and the mustache. So I wish YouTube had these gifts because they're so funny. The pictures are so funny. I love them. I know. Deeper Downloads is so exciting. Deeper Downloads is linked in my bio. Borders do have an end date. That's right. I forgot I channeled that. The borders have an end date of the whole world, actually, and I love that. Yeah, so it's linked in my bio. If you'd like deeper downloads. And thank you so much to everyone who is sponsored already. You guys are incredible. Like, incredible. We love you so much. Thank you for allowing us to bring more people in. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, Brandy. I appreciate that. How long do you channel this administration will last? That's up to like a lot of different free will, but it's not going to last. It won't last a full year. It just won't. It's already crumbling in upon itself. But anyway, we talk more about that tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, best $25 you'll ever spend. Holly, thank you. Aw. Boho says thank you for the sponsorship. That's really sweet. I love that. You guys are like the best, the cutest. I just love you. Caroline Levitt doesn't consciously feel bad about her lying. She feels like her lying has a purpose and it's pushing forward to her a positive agenda. Yep, note on the contact form is exactly how you sponsor. Yep, that's it. You got it right. Good job, Kiki. Yeah, so good. Rad sunglasses. I love the gifts on TikTok. They're so funny. Can't. Especially the ones with the hats. They're so good. Okay, what else? I love you guys. Everybody has a conscience. There we go. There's the word. I found it. Everybody has a conscience. You just ignore it or you're not. Yep. Oh yeah, Holly says, if you're able, join Soul Spark. So many cool folks and lots of love in Soul Spark. That is correct. That's a beautiful community. You can check that out. A link is in the bio for that. It's on my website. Soul Spark is really, really fun. And it's a gorgeous community. Right now we're doing 30 days to becoming a meditation master, and you can still join. You can just start your 30 days now. That's totally fine. And we're supporting each other there, answering questions about meditating when people get stuck or like, what was this weird thing that I saw in meditation? And everybody's jumping in, and I'm in the group chat too. And so I jump in as I can to answer the questions. Oh, Soul Spark is life-changing. Oh, I love that. That's so good. Do you feel the ability to leave the U.S. would be restricted for citizens? I think yes, to some degree, but not fully. Not like as a blanket thing, but to some degree. Yeah, they're going to try. But before it would get to a blanket thing, this administration, I think, will be removed. So, because that's what we're looking at. This administration is going to be physically removed. That's what we're looking at. You love being in Soul Spark? I love you being in Soul Spark. Soul Spark is so fun. It's so nice, and it's so lovely in that group chat. It's so good. Ooh, I don't know who Helena Petronova Blavatsky, probably butchered that. I don't know who that is. You saw her on a show and she has her same eyes. Ooh, I could be, right? You never know. I could be. Helena Petronova. Now I'm gonna, hold on, let me write that down. Helena Petronova? Petrovna Blavatsky. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. That's so interesting. Could be. Who knows, right? Who knows? Oh, she's a psychic too. That's pretty rad, actually. Oh, you're loving the meditations this month, Tanya? I love that. God, it's so unbelievably warm and welcome and loving in that group chat for Soul Spark. Did you see him at the rocket launch that did not look like DT? Yeah, because I channeled that DT. I talked about this in March, Deeper Downloads, if you want to listen to it there. But I talked about DT last June, and it's been a body double. And I know that's an insane thing to say. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm just telling you what I channeled. You believe it or you don't. That's cool with me. Whatever you want. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I've got a lot more stuff to do for you guys to get ready for Deeper Downloads tomorrow. So I love you so much. Go get your tickets and come see me in Deeper Downloads. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. The devil's having all these health issues because he's an old dude too. He's an old dude who's sitting and living in bad vibes. So that's like a double whammy, right? I will talk more about the lightning strikes tomorrow if you guys ask those questions. Right? It's not in my like little channeled notes that I made, but we could talk about that. You guys just ask the questions and we can. Yep. Always 100% wearing a Foley catheter. I was an ICU nurse for 10 years. It looks like he's wearing 2 leg bags. It looks like he's wearing a Foley catheter, and then the other one could be for stool, but I'm not sure because you can't really tell. But he's 100% has Foley catheter. That's so obvious to me as a past ICU nurse. So anyway, okay. I love you guys so much. If you can't make it to Live Friday, the live is the only place to ask a question as of right now, okay? Maybe for the future, but we just don't have the capacity to do that right now, so you have to come to live to ask the question. But we'll try to expand that in the future. You just bought June downloads. Yay, I'm so excited to see you. Yes, see you guys all tomorrow at 1 p.m. in Deeper Downloads. We can talk about the weird stuff in a safe way, or I can just say all the things out loud with my mouth, and we don't have to worry about censorship. Okay? All right, I love you guys so much. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay?